Hey guys, Casey from Melbourne Reiki and Wellness here, and I'm curious, how are you feeling? How's the state of your body? A lot of people at the moment, my clients and my friends, people I'm talking to, are telling me that there is a lot of anxiety going around at the moment. A lot of people feeling very anxious, very worried, or very stressed. I'm also getting a lot of people telling me that their bodies are not so great. Maybe they're developing headaches or migraines or brain fog. Maybe they're unable to focus, or maybe they're getting back pain or shoulder tension, or gut issues are flaring up. And so if this is you, if you're resonating with these symptoms or these feelings, then I'd like to explain a little bit about how this might be happening. So when we go into shock, for example, a car might cut us off when we're driving along the road. Instantly, our reaction is fear. This is like a reptilian back of the brain reaction where we either slam on the brake or we swerve out of the way to keep ourselves safe. Once we're safe, then we get this rush of emotion that might be anger or rage or frustration, like damn drivers, and why can't anyone learn how to drive? And we express ourselves and we express this anger. And then if we are in an optimal state of mind, body, and energy, if we are generally feeling pretty good, then those feelings of anger and that fear will generally dissipate super fast. And for those of you who are really optimal and really vital, feeling good, maybe we won't even get to those feelings of rage and anger. Maybe we just get to, oh, that was kind of annoying. That was a little bit of a slight annoyance. And then we come back to what we call homeostasis, like our natural state of being. We feel back to normal. Now let's think about those emotions on a greater scale, like a pandemic scale. So we have the shock, which is when pandemic hit, and that might have been at different times for some of us. It might have hit when we knew someone who was going through it personally, or it might have hit when we knew someone who was sick, or it might have hit us when we realized that we'd lost our jobs, or that something dramatic had changed, or we had, become restricted to our homes. That shock will hit all of us at slightly different time. So being aware that people go through shock at different times is going to be really beneficial for us to have empathy and understanding. When we go through shock, again, it's this reptilian safety fear response. So our brain wants to keep us safe. So we straight away, we go into safety mode. We go into fight, flight, or fear freeze response. So our bodies, we get really stressed. We flush, or our bodies flush with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, noradrenaline, and a whole lot of other chemicals and hormones. That is our stress response. Then once the shock dissipates, then we have this emotional reaction. We might get really angry, or we might get really worried or fearful. We might get really stressed. If we are in an optimal state of alignment, if our mind and our body and our energy was okay, it was strong to begin with before pandemic hit, then we will find that we will bounce back okay. We will accept the situation and we will come back to homeostasis a lot faster. We will feel like ourselves again. Even though things are different, even though things have changed, they won't be as effective on us as perhaps someone else who might have already had an underlying stressor. People might already have been suffering from anxiety or depression, or maybe they've had an experience before pandemic hit, like a death of a friend or a family member, or they might have already lost their job, or something else has happened. They might have broken up in their relationship. So they are already feeling stressed. They were already feeling tense, anxious, or worried. Then pandemic hit and we go into shock mode. We have that straight away, that fight, flight, or freeze response that hits us. We get this flush of stress hormones. Then when that dissipates, we have the rush of emotion afterwards. And for those people who were already worried, or already stressed, already dealing with some level of anxiety, those emotions are going to hit pretty hard. We might not be able to shake them as easily as someone who was already in an optimal state of alignment. So what does that mean? If we have too much emotion in our body, too much energy, too much hormones rushing through our body, and we are not able to process them at a regular rate, then those excess emotions, those strong emotions that we're unable to process, they get locked in our body, they get locked in our mind. So we might feel all of a sudden we get this anxiety that's constant, or we might get these headaches that we just can't shake, or we might feel like we're not able to sleep because we're overthinking or we're worried about something. You might notice that your shoulders get really tense and you can't seem to shake that off, or you might get a flare-up of gut issues. You might get sore knees, or you might get a sore lower back, or some other physical manifestation might arise. So now your mind is not great. We're worrying, we're getting anxious thoughts, we're fearful in our mind, or we're really angry a lot of the time. We're blaming other people, we're not sure how we can cope, we get brain fog. Then we might have physical symptoms, tightness, tension, we might have pain, we might have physical symptoms in our gut or other areas of our body, so that our body physically is not feeling great. On top of all of that, we have our energy levels. So if you can imagine a glass of water, a full glass of water, and that is our energy. When we're vital, we drink that water and we're able to process and replenish that water really easily. But if we're already stressed and we're already feeling anxious, we're already dealing with a relationship breakup or whatever it is, then we have this humongous life experience, which is the pandemic at the moment. It's causing so much stress in our body and so much anxiety in our minds. We are not able to drink that water fast enough. It is not being replenished. Our energy is low all the time. We're really unable to cope. We're feeling like we're not ourselves every day. And that's where I come in. Yoga is incredible. Any kind of movement for your body is amazing, and that can do absolute wonders for shifting stagnant energy. Coaching, counseling, psychotherapy, any kind of talk therapy or mental therapy is incredible as well. We can really start to express how we're feeling and get a greater awareness of what is going on in our minds, the chaos that's going through our thoughts. Reiki healing, amazing. Energy healing can just start to realign the energy that you're feeling in your body, but you might not be able to kind of pinpoint or put your finger on it. What I do is roll all of those three things into one. So when you come in for a session with me, I will talk you through maybe what's going through your mind. I will hold space for you to express your feelings, your emotions, and what's going through your head with no judgment. I know that this is a tough time for a lot of us, and if you are someone who is already experiencing an undercurrent of stresses and anxieties, this is really going to be expanded. This is going to be a lot harder for you to process. So I will hold space for you. I am offering online yoga classes and bar fitness classes to help you shift that energy in your body, to help you move your body, to help you feel a lot better. And then on top of that, I offer Reiki sessions. So energy healing distantly is what I do at the moment. I help you to rebalance the energy that is going on in your body. And maybe you're feeling like a rush of energy, you can't quite put your finger on it, or maybe you're feeling really fatigued and you have no energy. Whatever you're feeling, I can definitely help realign your energetic body. So if this is something that has resonated with you, if you're there sitting at home thinking, that's me, I am feeling really anxious all the time, or I'm not able to sleep, or I've got these aches and pains in my body that I'm not able to shake, or I have this rage or this underlying anger that I just cannot let go of, then don't be afraid. Pick up the phone, give me a call. I'll put all of my contact details in the comments, in the information below. Feel free to email me, to call me. I'm happy to have a chat with you over the phone to discuss whether this is something that I can help you with. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. please don't be a stranger. Please don't feel like you can't reach out. Know that I'm here for you, and I wish you all well.